Hello. Let's get this back where it needs to be. How are we looking out there? Going to start by putting some Mr. Surfacer over the seams of what we've already done. Then we'll start working on the next bits and pieces. I forget if there's any on here that really need attention. that there. Even if there's not a gap or a lip of any kind, I still like to put some on and then wet sand it down, because it just helps to fillet the surface in. And acts kind of like a guide coat too, so if there is something, you can spot it and refine it more. And if there isn't, then you know it's absolutely smooth, and you don't have to worry about it. Hey, 3D Printer Shack, welcome. And let me go take care of this on kick. Ban. Get at least one of those a day. I forget how much of that I'm going to see. Give me one moment. Really, none of it. Yeah, these arms are also not fully pushed together, so I can easily disassemble them for sanding. Get that rotated so there. Do this one, then we'll get back to regular assembly, actually. I won't need to give that any more attention. Hey Aries, how you doing? Just putting Mr. Surfacer on the seams so we can sand these down later, get them all nice and smooth. I'm not worried about that seam. That'll be covered by a armor. Am I coming through okay? Okay. Alright, let's go put some other stuff together on it. You having an okay week so far? I went to bed like way early last night. I was in bed by 9:30 and passed out by 10:30. I feel like I got better chunks of sleep, but I still didn't sleep well. I remember waking up around 3 in the morning just soaking wet with sweat. And I know if I toss and turn too much, Allie comes and lays on me to keep me, like, pinned down. Nope, mine actually come and calm me down if I toss and turn too much. At least Allie and Marbles do. Arnie's too old, so he's, you know, I'll give him a pass on that. He used to come right next to me and just pass out too. But I figure by the time we get these all glued together and get the surfacer on these, we'll be able to... Sorry, I itch. We'll be able to sand down the parts that I just did. Give them a good wet sand. I'm gonna have to put a new blade in. So you ever gonna watch Alien Earth, or are you just gonna wait till it's all done and then binge watch it? Because there's still like 3 episodes left. Had the ship crashed yet? Then you didn't. It didn't even get good yet. It's all the first and second episodes are all the setup. And episode 5 answered a question that a lot of people have had since the 70s on it. There we go. No, just the past couple days my legs have felt really tight. Like, I'll get home from work, sit down for a while, then I go to get back up, and I gotta push to get them back, get back going again. They tighten up on me, that's for sure. And I think I kneeled on something wrong the other day, too. You got any plans for the weekend, Aries? Any raids coming up? You gonna go on a trip on the bike while the weather's still decent? I heard there's a hurricane coming up from California side that's gonna be blowing through the area. That's good. Honk. I hope it brings some rain. Actually, let me check the forecast so I know if it's going to be raining tomorrow or not. No, but Saturday through Monday are looking like rain. But Monday should also see the delivery of the Centauro. Yeah, it left Massachusetts yesterday. So we'll see how that goes too. Frankie, come here. Frankie, up. Yeah, the only part I'm going to leave off is the clear lens that goes over the targeting thing. Ow. Yeah, I'm going to have to add some Epsom salts or something to the bath tonight. So, that sits like that. That goes on there. But that isn't fully compressing, which means it didn't line up well with the polycap. Yep. Thought so. Polycap got shroomed a little bit. I wanted to see if I could squeeze it back to shape using pliers. That's better. I know it's an odd time, so not many people even think I'm on right now. I just felt like streaming. If I'm gonna be working on something, doesn't hurt to have a few people to chat with. Almost thought about going to a model club meeting, but nah. The same individuals are still going to be there. And I really don't feel like being around that. And at the same dangerous location to get into and out of, too. With the same bad parking, because they built 2 apartment complexes up against a library's parking lot. So what do you think happens there? Okay. I don't know why that part's being such a pain in the ass tonight, but it is. Ah, man. You said you were going to try and work on the YF-19 again? What time? Because I work Saturday. I mean, don't wait for me to be on, obviously, but... just curious. I want to try and be on for at least 2 hours today. If my legs will allow me. They're really kind of hurting. Okay. Oh, raid's all fine and dandy. You're not going to be raiding all the time. Okay, good news is I think I can leave this off till last. Yeah. I should be able to sit in on your raid tomorrow, though. My next day off won't be till Sunday, so... Well, the same could be said for my stuff right now. I don't see anybody else in here, do you? Or if they are, they're lurking. And I could have sworn last time you had like 4 or 5 people in there lurking you. I think I should have glued that in first. Yep. I am not having a good day. But it's okay to screw up. It wasn't my first time. Sure as hell won't be my last. Yeah, I don't know if I should take the other Battroid kit I've got and just build it normally and do a cel-shaded look, so like a cartoon image, or mix it with the parts from the VE1 and do the Battroid version of the VE1. But if I do that, I then have a oddball VF1 sitting around that I really can't do much with, unless I decide to turn it into something for the launch vehicle that I've got. But it would have to be a... Okay, why is this... Really? Wow. Anyway. But I couldn't do that because I need a 1-seat Valkyrie, not a 2-seat Valkyrie. And the kit only comes with parts for a 2-seat. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit. I fafoed with that too much. Who just jumped up? Oh, hi, Mitty. Yeah, we have a mittens. Yeah, hey, buddy boy. You want big scritches, huh? Yeah. Scritches! No, it wasn't, Swagman. I had just freshly glued it and I was trying a test fit, and it was a little too tight, so... Just trying to further the construction on this model. I haven't touched it in a few months. And honestly, the part I was test fitting kind of has to stay off for even painting. Typically, it would be the same color as the booster, but this is a special variant, so the booster portion is going to be a dark, black-brown color, almost mahogany. And then the weapon portion gets painted the same insignia off vanilla white that the rest of the body does. Painting this is going to be interesting. Not a lot of masking, but definitely interesting. The decals look like they'll be pretty cool, though. Yep. No, it's just the 72nd scale Min-May Guard one. I wish I could get the Plamax 20th scale one, though. Oh, that's a fun model. They did a Gerwalk version and a fighter version. Welcome to the channel, Francis. Mittens, say hi. Free hugs for everyone. We're just working on base assembly. I had done the main parts of the Battroid another stream a while back, and I just started off by putting some Mr. Surfacer 500 on all the seams. We might get to sanding those down today, I don't know. We have a Trumpeter Centauro B1 on the way. between the model student working on theirs and having built the model Victoria kit in the past, I kind of wanted to try another one. Where are you going, Mitt? Or are you just getting comfy? Oh, he's just getting comfy. I'm going to try something different to make this one easier. There. Now I can verify that it's in the holes. Boop. Boop the snoot. So what's everybody else got planned for the weekend? I know what Aries is up to. What about the rest of you? It's coming up fast for you. Not for me. What are you? Oh, hi. You want to come down here? Come on. Come on. You're okay. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, Mittens. Here. Come on. You're okay. You want lap time? There you go. Oh, good boy. Who makes the SMP kit? Hi. Sorry, just have a very rare moment of Mittens lap time. He normally doesn't do this. You're a good boy. Can I continue working on the model? Huh? You know you look like Gumbus sometimes, you know that? Get the eye boogies. There you go. What's up? What's going on? Hi. What is it? You're okay? What was that? Sorry, this is very unusual for him to do this. Yeah. Are the glue... Oh, I see what's getting to you. Yeah, you're normally not here when I'm building something. So you're probably getting a little glue fume and it's kind of making you wincy. I'm not... The glue's nowhere near him. He's just very sensitive. You gonna get down? Hmm? Or do I need to take a little more time for you, huh? Yeah, you're a good boy, Mitty. Come here. Oh, come here, bud. Hi. See? Hi, big guy. Show him your thumbs. Give him a thumbs up. So you gonna stay there? Are you gonna get down? Huh? Come on. If the glue's bothering you, you gotta get down. Come on. Come on, buddy. What is it? Why don't you want to get down? You're being very weird. When you do this, it makes me worry I'm gonna have something bad happen. Gonna get down? Go on. Good boy. Well, it is about an hour, so it is almost first break time. But not quite yet. We gotta backtrack some. Let's build the leg sponsons. What the fuck? And yes, cat interruptions are normal here. L5, L4, and 28. M3. When I build these, I always leave the thrusters off until last so I can paint them separately. I forget what panel that's for. No worries, Davos. Thank you for stopping by. My next dedicated day will be Sunday, so I just felt like doing a little stream to get some company to talk to while I was building. No real aim to this one. We're just throwing parts together. Maybe Sunday we'll paint something. Okay. Now, if Alex pops in, I should be mildly upset. They should be well asleep by now. All right. There we go. And then this keys onto the leg here. I forgot that I didn't need to worry about this back half of the leg. I'm probably still going to make it look good anyway, just in case. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to see anything but the top there. But if anyone's familiar with Macross or Jetfire's initial toy from the Transformers, then you know how this works. And I just bonded that on almost permanently. Let's fix that. That was not supposed to come off either. Note to self, don't test fit the next one. No real cleanup needed on that. But I am going to go through the instructions and make sure I didn't need these for anything. I don't think I did. They're strictly for the Battroid kit. So I know they're not needed on the robot itself. It's for the armor. I just want to make sure that I won't need them for anything. Because I'd like to throw out the sprue if I don't need it. Nope, doesn't look like I'll need it. Another one down. Ow. Just poked myself in the finger. With the part, not the blade. But here's the box art. And then actual images of the built model. I don't know, I think they didn't go warm enough with the white. Because it clearly shows it's like a insignia white or a vanilla color. So I've already mixed up some that should fit the bill. It's that just slightly warm tone. I have to sand that down. I got sloppy. Oh well. It happens. That. Let's get the micro saw off of here. I just have to build the arm units. Aha! I knew I didn't need to throw those out yet. Hey! I think it would still be interesting to do an Angel Birds version in Battroid mode, though. I've only actually seen that done once. And unfortunately, it was a video game from the series we don't discuss when we talk about Macross. Nope, don't like that. That's better. If these are the same color as the arm, I'm just going to go ahead and glue them to the arms to start with. Or actually, no. I want to take care of the seam right there more easily. Keep second-guessing myself today. It's been a weird day. It really has. I can't really describe it. It's just been a day, you know. If anyone else is having that feeling, then you know exactly what I mean. Aries, are you still there? Or did you pass out? Okay. So what do you think of getting those raw files for Lilith and seeing what we can do with the 7 poses that he put in with them? They're on sale right now, too, so it's not like I'd be spending a lot, but it'd be interesting to see if we could put it into more manageable size pieces for the printer and do something with them. I was thinking we could get into Discord and you can give me some instructionals on what to do. I don't know. Now I can throw that one out. I'm seeing what I can still glue on and leave off. You know, there's also a human version of those Lilith files, too. There. I annoyed you with it. I'm not working in camera. There. That's better. Get some different music on real quick. I'm gonna go with this one again, just because it's short enough. We'll see how I feel when it's done. That'll be close to the 2-hour mark. Because I want to go through and put some Mr. Surfacer on all these parts that we built, and then go through and sand the ones that we still need to. Marmar, where are you? What are you doing back there? Oh, really? My nose is dry too. Okay. Do the gun pod, then we'll start on the surfacer. There we go. PC7. Okay, let's get all these assembled and then we'll do the next bit. I don't know why they overcomplicated the gun pod like this. I've never really had to collapse it to put it in, like, flying mode, so... But it is what it is. Sorry, eyes are dry too. Today felt like it really dragged on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it really felt like it couldn't go by slow enough, you know? And, which is a shame, because yesterday went by quicker than shit by, you know, comparison. At least it felt that way. I know time doesn't pass any differently. Unless you're 10 and it's summer. Then time does pass slowly. That's down. There. I'm just gonna glue all this stuff. I know it's got the polycaps in there, but there's no reason for them. I have to fill that a bit. Make sure it's not bent. Go. And it looks like I'm putting it on thick. When it dries, it actually dries extremely thin. But it's just enough to balance the depth of the part difference. It's not meant for major gaps, but it does a really good job on stuff like this. Mittens visited during that one's construction. Hey Robert, how's it going? Just trying to make a little more progress on a Macross model I've been working on. Other than that, just the long road of saving for the Humvee. No, this won't be the last Macross. I've got a YF-21 to finish. Nice. VE1 Elent Seeker, another Battroid. So, whenever you got a seam like this, this is where the sanding sponges come in handy. That's the big problem. St. Louis is not the best place for anyone to be going lately. Ever since McDonnell Douglas kind of stopped making the F4 there, you know? Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I'm going to be using it to fill the gap that's around here, but I'm not going to sand it. What I'm going to do is use a Q-tip, once it dries, with lacquer thinner on it, and remove the excess, leaving the dried portion inside the gap. And then if I have to rescribe a couple of lines, I can go back with a scribing tool and clean them out. To be fair, though, St. Louis is bad, but it really sounds like everywhere is getting bad all of a sudden. Even where I am starting to get kind of shit. Compared to St. Louis, it's not shit, but it's still turning to shit. Which is a shame, because St. Louis used to be a not terrible place to be, you know? I mean, every place has its bad areas. Look at Ogden. There we go. So, do they not have anything, say, in, like, Spokane or even here in Utah? Or just not for your specific duty? Gotcha. Oh, so like, yeah, we're not hiring, but we'll shuffle people if you're already in the biz. Gotcha. I still have 2 of these to build, but I can do that later. Let's see how this did. Nice. Now, would you be required to move if you made 11, or would they try and fit you if you couldn't? You have to move, yeah. So that actually came out smooth. I'll have to put a little bit more right where the canopy meets the nose. But we'll get everything else sanded down, then come back and do the fixins'. Wow, talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place then. It's like, I hope you get it, but at the same time... St. Louis? Oof. But this sanding is also why I didn't put the antennas in on the side of the nose. So this is the civilian version of PCSing because you just made Chief. No, but I'm just saying it's the civilian world equivalent to it without paying anything, yeah. That's stupid. I can understand if they made you eat the cost because you chose to move out there, but they're essentially forcing your hand. Okay, there was a bit of a dip there. How bad is that now? That'll probably need another coat. Yeah, that'll need just one more thin layer to level out. Okay, there's that. On the one hand, I hope you make it because, you know, promotion. On the other hand, I hope you don't. From the sound of it, the Air Force is going through a lot of growth and change at the moment. Not all of it good. Like, I've heard the grumblings how they're wanting to condense career fields again. But I'm sorry, I understand the reason why a specialist from A10s and 15s can't... They can't work 16s. You know, it's a completely different mode of thought. The 15s come a long way, but at the same time, it was still built with the A10 analog mindset. Where the 16 and up, it's just completely digital. Hell, I couldn't even imagine going from 16s and 15s to doing F-35 maintenance. Yeah. Just, even as a weapons troop, it's a pain in the ass relearning a new airframe. I mean, I get at the core. That's why they say don't memorize the tech data, which makes complete sense. One, it keeps you from making a mistake when changes come down, but it also makes it so you are required to learn the specifics of the job, not just know it by rote. Get out. There we go. Yeah, pretty soon, though, they're just going to have 3 people waiting to work on all the jets. Not enough people to do the work. You can only get too small before you lose effectiveness, and we're about to reach that peak. But that also tells you that even though they've made they're making new 15s and they're doing the whole thing with the EX. Physically, it might look like an F-15. Internally, it's probably more like an F-22. And that, along with the fact they're shutting down the A-10 depot here, which means there's not going to be a need for that anymore. So everybody's going to be on the more digital side of things. So either the specs that are in now, learn it and do it, or get out. Because pretty much there won't be any of the old analog shit left, outside of C-130s. And I don't even see a lot of them coming through here anymore. So that makes sense, but until the airframes are fully retired, you know. I think the A-10's pretty close to being done, though. As much as we need it, they're getting rid of it. I think even the Sandy in Vietnam taught us that low, slow, ugly, and tough is necessary. So I'm just trying to keep my arm pieces together. That actually sanded down really well. Not a lot of slur. I feel like doing a leg for a minute, though. Let's get the instructions out of the water. I don't know, call me paranoid. I have a feeling that we're going to be needing everything we got here soon, though. I know I've been saying that for years, but I've never been more certain than I am right now. Just a gut feeling I have. Bingo. And I hate to say it, I don't think it's going to be Russia. Not at first, anyway. I think it's going to come from within with some of the people we got in charge. I think one was just getting slammed for calling on Hamas to activate within the US and start doing stuff, you know? Why is that person even in a position of authority in our government if they're going to do that? But, I mean, what am I? That's scary. You know, to me, that's scary. We have forgotten. It's damn near on the 24th anniversary, and we have forgotten. And even the English have forgotten. Does anybody remember 775? July 7th, 2005? No. A red bus blew up. The underground was bombed. And I think there was part of King's Cross Station bombed. All at the same time. Lockerbie was Scotland. That was a different thing. But the same minds that did those things are still out there and still thinking and still doing. And I'm more concerned about that than I am Russia and Ukraine. Especially considering a lot of other things that are going on between England, Canada, and Australia right now. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing. Like I said, call me paranoid, but I'm not getting good vibes at all from anything lately in that regard. But with that, I think I will stop for the night. It's been 2 hours. Sorry to end it on a bad note, but it's how I've been feeling lately. It feels like something's gotten a pop. Hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully we're all here on Sunday to hang out and just have a chat. So, I'll see y'all later. Take it easy and have a good night.